Hi everyone, welcome to my 3-week postpartum vlog. Here's a little miss. Hi everyone, I'm 3 weeks old today. Hi. Are you looking around? We are having a lot more awake time during the day and we're looking around a lot and we're observing our surroundings. I notice that she really picks up when she hears the kids nearby. They love her. They're obsessed with her. Bodhi always runs in first thing in the morning and unzips her little swaddle and comes in for cuddles. And Folly gives her kisses all the time. And Poet wants to change her bum and bring me all the things. She brings me nappies. She brings me clothes. She brings me snacks. She brings me kombucha. She's just such a little caring mummy, which has been really nice because I was worried about how she would feel. Would she have any feelings of being displaced because she's the baby of the family? She's the only girl and now there's a new girl and she's a baby. But I haven't had to worry about any of that with Poet. The only thing I've noticed in terms of just the transitional period of bringing a new baby in is that Poet wants to breastfeed every time Prairie breastfeeds, which means I am nursing 2 children a lot of the day. Oftentimes I'll just say, no, I'm not offering that right now. Or, Prairie's just going to be on the boobs right now. And, you're so lucky that you get to eat yummy food and would you like a snack and just trying to distract. But then sometimes if I'm feeling really tired, I'm just like, here, go for it. And we'll lie on the bed, we'll have a nice snuggle. And I want her to feel like she still has that beautiful connection with me and that she can come to me and she can nurse. And, as long as I'm putting some loving, gentle boundaries in place, I feel good about it. She was down to 1 feed when I was pregnant, but I almost lost my milk entirely during pregnancy. I tend to dry up when I'm pregnant. But then, of course, all this amazing milky goodness has come with Prairie. And it's really funny to see both girls really fill out from my milk, which is such a great thing because, when Prairie was born, she was such a little string bean and she was the smallest baby that I've ever had, and she had these tiny little arms and these tiny little legs. Here's a cute little baby foot for you. Hi. And now I'm just noticing that she's starting to get a little bit more chub everywhere, which is beautiful. And it's just encouraging because I know that she's feeding enough and she's doing lots of poopy nappies and lots of wee-wees. Prairie's a classic in that every time I change her, it's a whole thing. So I have a little spray bottle and I spray a flannel instead of using wipes now, a soft flannel to wipe her. And every time I pull her legs up and the air hits her, she'll pee. It's like it's her sign to pee and poo whenever I'm starting the nappy change. So often I've just put a clean nappy underneath and she's like, and everything will come out again. And so I'm finding that the changing time is really long because what I think is going to be just a quick change in the morning ends up being like a marathon of like cleaning her up and I'm about to put a new one in and then again, I'm like, okay, we'll do a little spray bottle, clean her up again, and then it will happen again. Sometimes I go through 3 or 4 nappies each change. It's almost like that's her time when she's meant to do it. And it's funny, I was telling someone about this and they were like, oh, she'd be a wonderful candidate for elimination communication, which is where you essentially don't use nappies and you follow your baby's cues and you have them like pee and poo in the toilet from such a young age. I have never been that committed to attempt it, but I had this really beautiful earthy friend be like, oh, this is amazing. You could do elimination communication with her because you know when she does it. I don't think I have the bandwidth to do that. So I'm going to stick with my cloth nappies. Speaking of cloth nappies, I've been finding them really handy, especially with the flannel wipes. So my system is as follows. I have my little change mat. I have the zinc cream. It's sort of a zinc calendula cream. I'm using Weleda, the brand. So I rub that all on her, and then right now I'm using sort of an organic baby powder made from cornstarch and various other very natural things. And so I put the cream on, and then I put a bunch of powder on, and then I pat it all in. And like I said to you last time, that is an impenetrable layer for her bottom. And we have not had any redness. We have not had any issues whatsoever. And at this time with Poet, 3 weeks postpartum, Poet was getting really horrendous nappy rash because I just wasn't using anything. I was trying to be all natural, and she was just getting too wet down there, I think, just from the water wipes constantly. So she had a really terrible nappy rash. This time round, I've been very, very prepared. I'm not even using wipes. I'm just using the flannels. All right, but I'm just doing my postpartum vlog. I'll be done in about 5 minutes. I'll meet you out there. Love you. We're having a family game of Splatoon tonight, so I'm excited for that. It's like a Nintendo Switch game, and me, Forrest, and Bodhi are all going to play against each other and with each other in Splatoon, which is a really fun game. Anyway, yes, so nappy rash wise, absolutely perfect. She looks fantastic down there. I decided to be so cautious this time around because I think my babies tend to have really sensitive skin. And it's been working really well. I will say, though, there are some brands that I prefer cloth nappies wise than others. I've been finding that Bum Genius fit newborns really well, whereas my Grovia nappies, which are a go-to brand for me, it doesn't fit around her legs. But I'm noticing someone's trying to put something under the door. As you can see, it's gaping. I've put an extra insert in here, so I'm hopeful that she won't have any spillage. The other ones are in the wash right now, so I just chucked her in this one. But it's been going really well. What else can I say about you? Oh, she's been sleeping really well. She's been cluster feeding during the day. So like I said last time, I do not watch the clock. I follow my baby's cues, and she really loves to feed during the day and feed all the time. When she's awake, generally she likes to be on the breast nursing. Otherwise, she just sort of looks around. She connects with the kids. Doesn't like the car seat. I think I mentioned that last time. She's definitely, what are the kids making out there? So loud. She's definitely not a fan of being strapped in and, looking the other way and being on her own. I'm sure it's a really isolating feeling to be in the car like that. So we play meditations, we sing to her. I got a car dummy. I don't tend to use dummies with my babies, or pacifiers, as you say in America. But we've got one for the car that I just leave near her car seat. And worst case scenario, I'll pull over and Bodhi will unbuckle himself and put the dummy in and just sort of hold it there for her. She doesn't really like it. She spits it out. But sometimes if she's just on the precipice of sleep, that'll help soothe her and she'll go to sleep. So that's been working quite well for us. She's been giving me about 4-hour stretches, sometimes 5-hour stretches at nighttime. And that's purely because she nurses so much during the day. And I say yes to her anytime she makes a little peep. I nurse her first, give her a bit of a burp. I did notice that because she's pooing and weeing so much during the day, I haven't had to change her at nighttime because she hasn't been pooing overnight, which has been a godsend and means that I am actually sleeping a lot better. So this is the first week when she hasn't been pooing overnight. which means my wake ups are really quick. I just sort of roll over, nurse her. She sleeps in the docker tot here. And then I just roll back over and fall asleep. And because I'm not having to turn the light on, walk down the hallway, like get really super awake, I'm feeling much more rested. Another thing is that she is just getting lugged around everywhere. She has to come on the road with me, and I'm always doing pickups and drop-offs and zipping around everywhere. So I think she's going to be a really resilient baby, able to sleep on the go. My kids have always been able to sleep in the pram or sleep in the car. And I think that's quite liberating and freeing as a mother to be able to go and live your life and have your baby sleep in the carrier or sleep in the pram. I know so many women who try and schedule everything. Look at the clock, I've got to be home for the nap between 12 and 3, otherwise my baby won't nap. I haven't had those issues because we've been really relaxed when it comes to sleep. Bubs can sleep on the go. It means they can come with us. There's that really brilliant book called The Continuum Concept, the woman who wrote that talks a lot about that. I think her name is Jean Lydloff. And she talks a lot about just bringing your baby with you, wearing the baby observes you in your natural environment, they learn to sleep on the go, and you just sort of fold them into your life. And so that's kind of how little Miss Prairie is. She just gets brought around to kinder gym and play groups, and people want to look at her and touch her little feet, and everyone's really interested in her. And it's just been really nice. I know I'm solo parenting right now, so I'm definitely tired. My house is a mess every day. I mean, look at just behind me right now. It's like every day I have to leave the house about 7:30 to get Bodhi to school on time. So it's just like a whirlwind of like, get that child dressed, brush teeth, everyone's brushing teeth. We're doing breakfast. I'm getting Prairie changed. She's pooing everywhere, so the change takes forever. And then it's like the house is just like been hit by a bomb. You go out for the day, you come back, and it's like, all right, now I've got to tidy up. So I'm constantly tidying up the house. Like, it's just constant. My bedroom in particular, which is where I keep all of Prairie's things, and I'm always changing her in here. And there's always just like a diaper that needs to be picked up and put in the wash, or dirty clothes, or like spit up blankets, like that always are needing to get picked up. And so that's the one thing, is I just don't have a spotless house, and I'm leaning into the chaos of that. Everything else is going well. I'm getting kids to the places they need to go to on time. Everyone seems happy. They're fed. They're safe. My house is messy. I am someone who hates living in a messy house. So it just means it eats into my day. Every time I come back to the house at the end of the day, get the kids fed, into bed, about 8:30 p.m. I cluster feed her, and in between when I put her down, I'm just cleaning, making school lunches. So there's not a ton of time for self-care, but I have to say I'm just in the flow of it, and I am really loving it, and I'm enjoying the messiness of it because I don't get these moments back. This is that newborn chaos where you're just sort of surviving. You're in your little love bubble and you're just making it work, especially when it's not your first baby and you've got other kids to take care of and you've already got a routine that's been established. And so little Bubs gets folded into that. And that's just the way we do things. And it seems to be working so far. Body-wise, I feel great. I'd stopped bleeding. I'm now bleeding a little bit again because I had a really beautiful belly rub from the Golden Month girls, from Nadia. And she said that would actually promote a little bit more bleeding. And it has. But other than that, I feel great. I feel like I'm not sore in any places, and I'm feeling really happy. And here's my little love bug. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week when she's 1 month old. It's going way too fast. All right, guys. So much love. Bye.